Good evening. I'm Erin Kiernan. Tonight, the January 6th committee began laying out evidence collected over the course of nearly a year of investigating. Tonight's hearing served as an opening argument of sorts ahead of at least 5 more public hearings. The public saw several minutes of never-before-seen footage showing just how violent the breach of the Capitol was, followed by witness accounts of the events leading up to the attack. WHO 13's Taj Simmons joins us now with more.
Yeah, Aaron, the first night of hearings revealed a plethora of evidence connecting former President Donald Trump to the storming of the Capitol and a conspiracy to overturn election results. That included testimony under oath from his daughter Ivanka and former Attorney General Bill Barr. However, the question remains, how much will these hearings affect the views of the average American?
Police one advised they're trying to breach and get into the Capitol.
The images of the January 6th insurrection filled television screens on all big 3 networks Thursday night as the January 6th Commission discussed the investigation into the riot and former President Donald Trump's role in it.
The violence was no accident. It represented Trump's last stand.
There will come a day when Donald Trump is gone, but your dishonor will remain.
The January 6th hearing echoes the coverage of Richard Nixon's Watergate scandal nearly 50 years ago. But will this have a lasting impact on American politics like Watergate? Iowa State professor Max Shelley, who heads the university's political science department, is pessimistic about that.
Other than the political junkies who just salivate over events like this, I think for most people it's going to be a yeah, so what else is new?
Shelley says that comes down to 2 factors. First is the time that has passed since January 6th, and the other issues grabbing headlines right now.
It's already counter messaging. You know, they're saying everybody cares about inflation. We don't care about no stinking insurrection.
The second is the wide gulf between left and right. Shelley believes Democrats may get motivated after the hearings.
You're going to stimulate people who probably are pretty much stimulated already, to not like the insurrection and all.
But Republicans will likely remain steadfast, with no evidence able to break through to the GOP.
That doesn't exist, and actually, my guess is the reaction is going to be even further hardened on the other side.
The date January 6th is permanently etched in American history. These hearings will also determine whether June 9th also becomes a notable date.
And Aaron, as you mentioned, this was just the first of many hearings to come about the insurrection. The next is scheduled for 10 a.m. on Monday.
All right. Thanks, Taj.